Did you keep your first starter Pokemon?
Oh God, should I? No, I don't think so.
Sentimental.
I don't think I started out with them. Yeah, I don't think I kept them. Does something special happen if you keep them? Oh wow, in that case,
a collector, like
I'm not a sentimental person.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna meet a lot of Bulbasaurs in my life. Sorry, babe.
Okay, so what is your approach to curating your storage? Like, how do you decide which Pokemon to keep, and how do you decide which ones to get rid of?
I'm terrible. When I catch something, I just keep it. I very rarely, unless
But you didn't keep your first starter Pokemon.
No, because I'm not organized. It's like, it's a mess. And I just keep like buying storage. So I have like way too many. It's like, it looks like one of those cruise ships that like was lost at sea during the during when COVID hit. That's what my storage deck looks like. It's it's horrible. At some point, some health organization is going to step in and just like, you have to clean up this Pikachu situation.
Professor Willow's going to show up.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, I know. I just hand over my phone. No, so I just have tons, and then every once in a while, what I'll do is I will. Yeah, God, this is so it's fun to talk about.
You're like, no.
So, and I acknowledge this is ridiculous, but every once in a while, then what I'll do, I'll accumulate a ton of them, and then I will, I'll pop an egg. I'll do a double the experience plus eggs, and then I'll just go through when I kill some time, I'll go through and like evolve like chunks of
interesting
things, and then just trade them.
Okay.
So basically, I'll go through and just like I'll have accumulated whatever, like 30 Bulbasaurs or whatever they are, and then I'll trade a bunch of them and get a bunch of candy and do the math, and then just do a bunch of evolutions and just get like experience points. So that's kind of how I manage it.
So do you keep any of your, like, are you like, I want one of each Pokedex number, or are you just like, once it's in there, you don't care about having it?
I mostly keep them. I very rarely, unless I evolve it. But it's not like if I evolve the thing, I need the original thing. I feel like once I've moved on, once I've evolved in my life, the old me is, I've evolved past that.
You don't need the families.
I don't need the family.
Okay. What is your logic when you pick your buddy?
It's all about the candy. It's all about the candy. Yeah, it's just whatever I need to evolve. And so I'm mercenary. I'll have a buddy for as long as I need to get the candy to evolve, and I'll see what the next one that I need to evolve, and I'll plunk them in.
Just as long as things are useful to you.
Is there any other logic though? Is there any other logic? Is there any other reason to have a buddy besides getting candy?
Well, there is.
What's up?
If you make something your best buddy, you get a battle bonus. So depending on how into battling you are.
The candy is, I don't know.
Immediate gratification.
Well, I've recently realized with these remote raids that you get like a rare candy when you do a raid sometimes, and so I've started just knocking off like really easy little raids to all about that candy, living that candy life.
So you raid with your friends, though, right?
Yeah. So I have a group of mostly like comedy friends in LA, and one of the things about the lockdown is we all kind of knew we were into Pokemon, but we started kind of meeting up in parking lots, and we'll stay in our cars, it's very safe. We'll all go and stay in our cars, meet in parking lots, and we'll get on like a group voice chat, and we'll do a group raid together. But then we did it, and like twice in a row we won the raid, and then I was the only one who didn't catch the legendary, and I felt like so lame. And I was just like, and then they find like that the third one we did, I was like, I feel like I have performance anxiety because I feel like everyone is like very upset, very like worried that I'm not going to catch it. And I was like, oh yeah. But
that's when you just like, somebody give me one of yours.
That's what, that's the thing. It was like, so I have friends of mine who had done another trade that day, so they couldn't, but they're like, I'm naming mine for Ryan.
They couldn't conveniently.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's
no way to check. Yeah. What is your favorite part of playing Pokemon Go? Like what aspect?
I mean, it appeals to kind of the I don't know. I guess the basic appeal of it is just that insidious need to collect, that kind of awful part of your brain, that lizard part of your brain that's just like the squirrel with the nuts.
Yes.
So, but then also it has actually been fun, especially over the past couple of months, like using it to actually connect to friends. Using it for these, even just meeting up for these dumb raids with our friends. It's fun because it's like we're all kind of
It's a shared experience.
it's a shared experience, and it's something
Not
that
dumb.
no, I didn't mean no, I meant like us sitting there in our cars, like doing our things, talking on the thing. If you, it's we're all, I don't know, we're all just having a blast doing it in this little community. Yeah, so it's fun.
What achievement are you most proud of in Pokemon Go?
I always feel really proud when I get to the end of like the mythic of like the quests. It gives me a great sense of accomplishment in life to get to the end of those. Like right now, I'm the one with like the big bosses. Rocket, and I've found the main boss a few times, but I haven't beat him yet. And so it's gonna, and that kind of like, it's the video game quest type thing. It's fun. But then also the legendary Pokemon. It feels pretty cool to get.
What is your most memorable catch?
The first time I got a Pikachu, because I had been hunting and hunting and hunting, and finally.
Did you keep that Pikachu?
I can say yes because it has a timestamp. God, I'll have to look. Probably not. I probably did. I probably evolved him to, is it Raichu? Yeah. And so he's yeah. The other thing is I don't know whether to trade back all the different hats, because I have all of these Pikachus and Raichu. I have like 30 with all the different freaking hats, and I don't know whether I need to keep those or not. There's no reason to keep. I don't have to do anything. We don't even have to play this game, Dana. Yeah. You gotta tell the story of how we met.
You
by
have
the
to
way.
tell the story of how we met.
So I met Dana. I was in San Francisco for something.
Knives Out. With Chris.
Yes, I was there with Chris doing some Knives Out promotion, doing some screenings. I was up there alone. My wife wasn't with me, and I just had an afternoon free. And so, as one does, I started just wandering. I was like, oh, you know what? There's a bunch of raids around here, because we were staying like down by the pier. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I was down around the waterfront doing some raids, and I was doing pretty good because in San Francisco, people do the raids. There's a lot of people doing the raids. So I was pretty excited. I'm like, oh, I'm catching some stuff I never would have. And then I hear, excuse me, are you Ryan? And I look up, and it's Dana, who I had never met. And she goes, and are you raiding? And I was like, yes and yes. And you told me, oh, I work. And our office is like right here. And so that's how we met. It was a random little encounter. It was pretty awesome.
Did I tell you my side of it? How that actually played out?
No, what happened?
Well, so I knew you were in town.
Yeah.
Because I had an interview with you for Knives Out, a couple days later. Yeah. And therefore I was like, the odds of Rian Johnson being here are now higher than just like the odds of him just being outside the building.
Right.
So I was leaving work and I was like gonna go, I had an errand to run. And I like passed you and I was like, that's so weird. That looks like Rian Johnson. Oh well, and just kept walking. And then I texted my friend. I was like, I swear to God, Rian Johnson is outside our building raiding right now. Like, he's like, you have to go back. I was like, no, that's weird. And I kept walking a little bit. I was like, no, I gotta go back.
Gotta go back.
And then like you had your earbuds in.
Yeah.
So I ran up like a friggin' weirdo. I was like, awesome. Oh my God.
It made me so happy.
It made me so happy. It was so good. But I was also like, if I'm wrong, this is very awkward.
This is hilarious.
But at least whoever it was is raiding. So I can be like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, no, that was pretty awesome.
If you could be a Pokemon, which one would you be and why?
Oh, I have actually given thought to this. You know what what freaks me out is Pokemon who don't have arms. Because I get really claustrophobic thinking about how it would be like to be them. So I would want to be a Pokemon with arms. I think just being a Pikachu would be pretty awesome. Okay. That'd be pretty cool.